I am tired of all the construction, and if you are too, you're going to want to know about ART, or Albuquerque Rapid Transit. This is what the city is calling the new bus system that will affect all of Albuquerque. ART will be a 13-mile reconstruction of the bus routes on Central from 98 to Tramway. I work and I'm a part-time student, and I love going downtown, so I'm constantly traveling all over town. ART sounds like the solution to the local commuter and tourist at first, but the costs outweigh the benefits. The city cannot afford to hemorrhage money and resources on a project that will ultimately cause little improvement on our existing bus system. What is ART? According to the city, it is a quick, simple, safe, first-class way to travel. The plan proposes the buses will be hassle-free, more frequent, disabled-friendly, and make Central more attractive for as low as $1. The plan will remove medians and cut traffic to one lane in order to create bus lanes and stops in the center of Central. ART will take several years of construction, millions of dollars, and cause disruption in the heart of town. It is estimated to start construction in November of this year. What is this going to cost the city of Albuquerque? ART will cost $100 to $120 million to construct and $2 million every year to operate. How can we possibly afford this? Well, the city has applied for an $80 million grant from the federal government, which means this is not a guarantee, and even if it is approved, it could be for significantly less. The city could potentially end up footing the entire $100 million. Now, this is just an estimate. If there are any complications, this number will only rise. How does the city plan to fill in the $20 million gap and $2 million yearly cost? The city plans to sell the naming rights of the project like with Wise Pies Arena, also known as the Pit. This may have gotten them some money at first, but has only lowered attendance and revenue ever since. They also plan on turning our buses into moving billboards to supplement the costs. A sea of billboards across Central is not my idea of first class or attractive. I am no expert on advertising, but I can't imagine naming rights and ads on buses are enough. If the city cannot fill in the gap with these plans, where do you think the money is going to come from? Well, money doesn't grow on trees, so it's going to come from taxpayers' pockets, meaning you and me. $20 million plus $2 million every year is a lot of revenue, or taxes. What does the city mean by hassle-free? Well, they plan to have kiosks for pre-purchasing of tickets to allow for rapid boarding. Pre-purchased or not, you still have to present or scan your ticket, taking the same amount of time it supposedly saves. Buses will correspond with traffic lights, similar to flashing lights on cop cars. Bus travel will be faster because traffic lights will stay green or change green for oncoming buses, although all other traffic will slow down or be delayed while waiting for the bus to pass. Buses have a dedicated lane in the center of the road. In order to accomplish this, traffic will be reduced to one lane with limited or no bike routes in most areas. This may be convenient for the bus riders, but what about the rest of the city's traffic?
Where do the bicycles go?
The city claims the construction will take 2 years to build, and they will only shut down Central in small sections. Honestly, when was the last time the city completed any construction in their projected time frame? Not to mention that Central is in the heart of town, and breaking it down a piece at a time for any length of time will only cause businesses to fail, longer traffic times, and many more inconveniences.
Is waste of money.
Jay Steinberg owns Birdland.
This does nothing for us. It's just going to tear up the streets and cause us loss of business, and we're already hurting in recession.
What makes the new buses safer? The city claims there will be cameras. I don't know if you've been on the bus, but they already have cameras. Besides, cameras record crimes. They don't stop them or prevent them. Kiosks with cameras or no cameras, they are just targets for theft. The new bus stops will be in the middle of the street. How many times have you been on Central and people just rush out into the middle of the street with no regard for their safety or others? Bus stops in the middle of the road will only increase this dangerous habit.
But it's very difficult simply because of the way the system is designed. Rather than spending $100 million on a 10-mile stretch of Central Avenue, spend that money and buy more buses, run them more frequently on Manal, on Montgomery, on Wyoming, on Louisiana.
Sure. Don't get me wrong, our bus system is not perfect and improvements are needed, but ART is not the way to go. Before we upgrade any areas, we should make the bus safe and available to everyone, which leads to our ultimate goal, a greener city. There is no easy solution, and it will take lots of time and planning to work out the kinks. ART is a costly upgrade we don't need right now. The many rapid rides already provide cameras, disabled-friendly ramps, quick times, and frequent stops without the fancy bus lane stops and kiosks. The bus is already affordable, running $1 a trip, 2 for all day, and free for students. We should take the money and expand bus routes, times, and add security guards. Once we can provide ample coverage and safety, we can explore expanding the heart of town. With more time, we can be better prepared and seek more grants or ideas for the future.